Thank you guys. That was a little tune I composed called Don't You Know? Don't You Know? How many beats were there in a bar? Very good. I have a query. Are there any musicians in the audience? Not bad at all. Very nice. Thank you. Right. So, in December 2018, right? In December 2018, right? I released an album. I released an album called Jesse Volume 1. Thank you. Jesse Volume 1 is the first album in a series of 4 albums, all to be released within the time frame of 1 year. 1 year. So the first one is in the wild already. Volumes 2, 3, and 4 are still to come. I'm very, very excited about this. So volume number 1 operates within a very specific musical universe. They all operate within specific musical universes that are separate, but yet they're part of the same narrative. So the first volume is orchestral, and I recorded with an orchestra called the Metropole Orkest from Holland. And orchestras sound enormous, they sound huge, and so volume 1 is full of space. There's lots of space. Everything's waking up and everything's beginning. It's like the beginning of this epic journey. Volume 2 is when the sun begins to sink and things get smaller, things get real cozy. So volume 2 is based in folk music, and it's thank you. Have no fear, there is also funk present. And yet the funk is just underneath the surface, so it's gentle. Volume 2 is very gentle. I love volume 2, and I know you will as well. I know you will. Volume 3 is when said funk is unleashed into the world. So volume 3 is exceptionally funky. It's high-level funk, and also kind of electronic and weird. It's weird, volume 3, and I love it for that reason. It's like the ideas that you come up with at like between 4:53 and 7:07 a.m. You know, when your brain goes like. Volume 3. Stay tuned. Volume 4 is when all these different forces come together and explode. And so there's this massive journey, all these different musical worlds, different musical genres, different musical styles, different sounds, different spaces, all part of one album. So I've been very busy creating all this stuff. Jesse himself stands at the helm of this adventure. And Jesse is not directly me. I'm not Jesse. I don't think you are Jesse either. I don't think so. But Jesse represents some very important things. Something I found is that as we grow from being children into becoming adults, it's increasingly difficult to remember that there's no reason for being alive. And when we're very young, we don't think about it. We create all the time. Creating is the same as living. It's very exciting. And all this stimulation, all this life comes in. When we're adults, in order to fit into straight lines, sometimes we shut off from that sense of wonder that defines us as children. And so for me, as a musician, by creating things, I can stay anchored in my inner child, I suppose. And every one of us is actually a child, it's just that you've grown up a little bit, right? But Jesse cannot be made any smaller. Jesse is this enormous being where essentially everything that is imaginatory possible is possible. And so it's like total freedom, total freedom. I'm going to play the song, Jesse, next. And this is dedicated to all of your inner children and your children. Don't forget to play. Thank you very much. Let me be your one-stop baby. Thank you so much.